Hello there, Trent. Loud Nerd here, coming at you with another MTG video for you guys today. Today we are going to play the best color in Magic the Gathering, which is, but of course, black. We're going to be playing some mono black, which is something that I've been actually really looking forward to, but I haven't had the timing, I guess, to play some mono black. I've been trying all sorts of different decks, and I've been really dwelling on Grixis for a while, but mono black is definitely something that I was very excited for with Throne of Eldraine. This archetype is actually a thing now. Mono black hasn't really been relevant in standard for I don't even know how long. It's always been overshadowed by every other mono colored strategy. Mono red, mono white for being more efficient at aggro, mono green for just being bigger, and mono blue, you know, we don't talk about mono blue, but mono black is actually really strong, and I really like this Aristocrats build around it. It's heavily inspired on a player that I ran into the ladder a while back that was playing Cavalier of Knights, Liliana Dreadhorde General in like an Aristocrats mono black sort of theme, and with the aid of Ajara First of Lockwayne, it actually really got going, and it was a very, very menacing deck, and I wanted to build something similar to it. So this is my own approach at it. As you can see, our early game minions are just comprised of the best one-drops black has, which are Knight of the Ebon Legion and Gutterbones. Is a pretty straightforward, addition to the deck here. We have Priests of Forgotten Gods, though, as a four of, because we are an Aristocrats deck. So we actually have quite a bit of synergy with sacking our creatures, such as creatures like Orzhov Enforcer with Afterlife and Midnight Reaper, which can enable us to draw cards while we do sack our creatures with Priest. And Priest can be absolutely devastating against any sort of mid-range creature-based deck. We have 4 copies of Murderous Rider because we're playing mono black, so we're playing 4 copies of Murderous Rider. As I mentioned before, Ajara, one of the cool new additions to the archetype. Very, very nice 3-drop that can enable us to refuel, and also it's kind of like a better version of Corpse Knight, the Orzhov 2-drop. And she's just fantastic. Really solid 3-drop that helps out a lot. We have 4 copies of Spawn of Mayhem, which makes Orzhov Enforcer really good in this deck. I like this card a lot as a 2-drop because, specifically in this build, because as a 2-drop, he makes it so that turn 3 Spawn of Mayhem is very easy to achieve. As if we're facing a control deck, when he gets removed, we will still have a 1/1 Spirit Flyer left behind to trigger the Spectacle. And if we're facing a mid-range or creature-based deck, we will attack on turn 2, and odds are they will not want to trade into the Orzhov Enforcer because of the Death Touch, enabling, again, the Spectacle to go off. And turn 3 Spawn of Mayhem, regardless of the matchup, is a nasty play to go for, and that is why we're running it as a 4 of. Really solid in this build. Speaking of flyers, we got Rankle, aka Prankle, right here, who is fantastic. We have him as a 2 of because Spawn of Mayhem is a little bit more important, I think, in the build, but fantastic nonetheless. Synergizes with our, Aristocrats theme. It just sucks that this deck doesn't have something like Mayhem Devil. That would be the one reason to incorporate a little bit of red onto this. And I may think about it because Mayhem Devil, it just fits so well in this build. But for now, we don't have it. Rankle's still really solid. Very, very good 4-drop that you guys know at this point why it's that good. We have 3 copies of Cavalier of Night. Fantastic against creature-based decks and also good against control decks because of his death effect. Really solid, especially in best of 1, which is where we're going to be playing this deck. I love Cavalier of Night in this build. When he dies, we can return something like Ajara, Midnight Reaper, Priests of Forgotten Gods, Orzhov Enforcer if we're facing like Stompy decks. It's just outstanding. I really like it. And then we have a 1-off of Liliana because Liliana can really go off with this build, and it's mono black, so we play Liliana. It's flavorful, and she fits right in here. So that is the deck list right here. 19 Swamps and 4 Castle Lockwaynes. I've yet to design a sideboard because I have been playing with this in best of 1. And that will be today's video. A little bit of best of 1 gameplay against all sorts of different decks. I think I got some good quality games, and hopefully you guys are a fan of mono black and enjoy this video. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow with more. And still a little bit awkward with my outros. Love ya. I'll see you around. Alrighty, here we go. Time to play the best color of them all. It's funny how mono black used to be completely irrelevant in standard. Not that long ago, it was like by far the worst mono color, and now, look at it now. I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand. Even though we are lacking a 1-drop, which can be very key towards our game plan, we are going first. And if our opponent doesn't have a 2-turn creature, we can actually develop Spawn of Mayhem. I mean, that's the thing, like, Orzhov Enforcer and Spawn of Mayhem work really well together, because even if he does develop one, he probably won't want to trade it with this. And if he shocks, then that's fine, because that gives us a flyer. And enables the Mayhem anyways. Fuck yeah. That's a really good reason to run Orzhov Enforcer in this deck. Very nice enabler. Gonna play a 4/4. We don't care though because we floating. We floating all day, every day. I could go Rankle with the 1/1. Oh my god, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. Let's go this, and this naturally. We're gonna sacrifice our 1/1 bird for that. So each player sacrifices a creature. I'm wondering if I should also force a discard here. I'll probably hit a land. And, I mean, next turn I can double priest on the board. So I'm just going to keep it like this for now. He's got like a very packed hand still, so he has a lot of sack outlets. So it's just not worth me dropping one of my priests for it. This is not a good call. This Ranko is huge. Every time he develops something, he's pretty much dead at this point. Like, he can't really do much about this. He's going down to 9. I'm 1 off lethal right now. I could just drop Knight of the Ebon Legion. I should have dropped Midnight Reaper first, because he clearly has a shock. So I made a mistake there. My sequencing was bad. Yeah, that was a derp. That was a derp. Regardless, we're gonna smack him there, and I think we're gonna make him. How many cards does he have in hand now? I'm gonna make him discard a card as well. I could make us sacrifice a creature too, but then that just means. I mean, what kind of board wipes could he have though? I'm gonna go for it. Trade the Midnight Reaper for that. And set him up for lethal. He needs to clear the... Like, he needs to do so much stuff here. That won't cut it. Spawn lethal, baby. Sexy. So sexy. Oh, nice. Nice, not bad for a first game. Oh, yeah. That really showed how good Orzhov Enforcer is at enabling Spawn of Mayhem. If it gets removed, I leave a 1/1 flyer behind. If my opponent plays a creature, he will not want to trade into the Death Touch. So I kind of, in a way, almost guarantee Spawn of Mayhem turn 3. And look at this. Turn 1, Knight of the Ebon Legion. Turn 2, Enforcer. Turn 3, Mayhem. That is a keep, ladies and gentlemen. If only we're going first, then everything would be perfect. But you can't ask for everything in life. And I mean, we could also not draw into our third land. This could be Mono Blue Tempo or Simic Flash. If that's the case, this is a pretty neat island, by the way. If that's the case, we have managed to play a Knight of the Ebon Legion. I mean, if he has a Cutthroat, there's no more Frilled, not Frilled Mystic. What is the Merfolk Trickster? There's no more of that, so we're gonna try to play an Orzhov Enforcer. Okay, there's an Opt. I was expecting maybe a Cutthroat to go down. This is definitely something like Mono Blue. So it's Mono Black versus Mono Blue. The key to beating this deck is to get under them, which in a way we already have. Knight of the Ebon Legion is perhaps one of the most powerful resources for this matchup. Because as a 1-drop, once we're at 3 mana onwards, okay, it's Simic Flash. You can start pumping out some serious damage. We're going to attack. Alright. I mean, we play into unsummon and that, but it's more likely he has a counter spell, so I stand behind my play there. I would love to draw into a land here, though. A land would be fantastic, because it would enable me to drop the Knight of the Ebon Legion, and still, if he has a counter spell, set up the Spawn of Mayhem. So I would love a land here. Ah, beautiful. Like my boy Merchant would say, magic is easy. Just draw what you want. Let's go for the Knight of the Ebon Legion. Okay. Let's attack. And let's... I mean, he clearly must have a counter, right? So I'm gonna go with this first. Because this still is really good. But if it gets countered, I'd rather have Ajara in this matchup countered than Spawn of Mayhem. Spawn of Mayhem can just wreck my opponent. Dropping the Quench, which is nice. More lands, that's good for us. This deck really suffers from flooding. Keeps attacking. I'd love to draw into another land so I can pump up the Knight of the Ebon Legion and play the Enforcer. So let's attack with these two. Beautiful. All right. It's 3 floaters versus 3 mean looking dudes. We're taking 5 damage per turn, but we are dealing more. And this is a great draw because now what we're going to do is we're going to push. All right. We're very vulnerable here. Yeah, we may very well just be dead, unfortunately. Like all these bouncers really did us in. I can't deal with all these. I can try to do this. I can try to Cavalier of Night. No, but it doesn't matter, right? Because I can kill one of these. I can kill this. Leave a 1/1 blocker behind for the other one, but I can't deal with that one. Yeah, he got us with the borrowers. He got us good. He didn't have as much counterspell game. He just had like these borrowers. I mean, yeah, maybe I should have tried to commit a little bit more to the board and play Spawn of Mayhem last turn instead of pumping this. Maybe I should have tried that. But then again, he could have just returned it to my hand anyways. He got us with good tempo. What are you gonna do? GG. There's nothing I can do here, right? I'm not missing anything. We block into this and we dead of that. Good game. I'm happy with how I played this for the most part, honestly. It's just that triple borrower was pretty brutal. We didn't really have a way out of that. It's not, our matchup isn't really that bad at all. It's just the way it played out. If we managed to get Priest earlier on, the problem is this deck is not like, you know, we don't have Mayhem Devil, right? So we can't ping the little flyers with Priest of Forgotten Gods. So she's not as amazing, but she would have enabled me to sacrifice for 2 flyers, right? That could block into the 3/1s. And that would have been really relevant. We're going to keep this because we have a turn 1. We're going to go turn 1 Gutter Bones, though, I feel. to push more damage. And then we can actually justify a turn 2 Knight of the Ebon Legion over the Orzhov Enforcer. So let's go with that. Hello. So even though we see a mountain, because it was searched for with Fabled Passage, it's very unlikely that it's mono red. And I think that is a decent enough Murder Shredder target, right? I think so. We don't get to pump up the Knight of the Ebon Legion. But this can enable some really nasty stuff. So we're going to remove it. Z shocks away our Knight. And calls at a turn, giving us some nice room to develop the Midnight Reaper. Though I should have attacked first, in case he had another shock. I should definitely have attacked first. But never punished. Maybe I could have baited it out that way. We don't draw into a fourth land, which is certainly concerning. Man. This is tough. If I can't get, I needed my fourth land, but the problem is I needed it now to be able to rankle to get rid of the questing beast. Now, I developed the Orzhov Enforcer over the Murderous Rider because at the very least the Orzhov Enforcer can enable me to drop the spawn of Mayhem. Unless I draw into a land. If I draw into a land, then I will definitely just rankle and sack Gutterbones and make him sack one of these. Murderous Rider may also be my best option here. It's definitely my best option. So we're gonna wait. We have Orzhov Enforcer to trade into the Gruul Spellbreaker and kill it. We're gonna wait for the actual combat phase to cast this, so in case he has another questing beast, he doesn't just like go into it now. Alright, he pumps that up. And there we go. I think now what I want to do is I want to play Rankle. I'm supposed to discard a card, and I want to supposed to sacrifice a creature. I'm going to discard the Enforcer. We're not quite dead. Like, we live on 1, but we like desperately, unless he does have something, like he could have lethal. I don't, if he has something to lethal us, I don't know why he's thinking about it. Okay, he could have just gone for damage. I guess he didn't want to. Really sucks that we miss out here though. He's top decking. We gotta hope he doesn't draw into like a lava coil or something. A shock would also do us in. Oh! Oh! Oh, we got him. Oh, wow. Rankle for the win, man. That would have been so much smoother if I curved out though, because I have the Cavalier of Night for matchups like that, you know, like Cavalier of Night. If I was able to find the 5th land there, he was so good, just not only clearing one of the 4/4s, but also giving me a 4/5 blocker with lifelink. That's just GG right there. But we fought through the screw. Orzhov Enforcer is proving to be really good. I really like Orzhov Enforcer in this deck, honestly. It's good against creature-based decks. It's good at enabling turn 3 Spawn of Mayhem versus control decks, and also mid-range decks alike. It's pretty swell. This hand is too stacked on mana for my taste, so we are going to be swapping, especially considering we're on the draw. And we'll be keeping this. We'll be dropping the Cavalier as it's a little bit too thick. It's only a 2-lander, but we're on the draw, so we're more likely to draw into lands. Though we could also not, you know, you never know. We're going to lead off with turn 1 Gutter Bones. We're going to go turn 2, it depends. We may just go turn 2 Priest, honestly. Especially if we're facing mono green Stompy. I do like the idea of setting up turn 2 Priest. Because right now this looks like mono green. I'm not sure if mono green plays the Wall-Born Preserver yet. Definitely mono green. Definitely mono green, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so here, what I think I want to do is I want to play the second. I want to play this Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Tap to destroy that, and then play an Orzhov Enforcer as a defender. Unfortunately, we don't draw into a land, which is, you know, I was hoping for a land, because if I found the land, I could just play Spawn of Mayhem. Enforcer enables me to trade with that, though. He attacks. Okay, for a second I was weird out there. He attacks with a Questing Beast. I need a land. Okay, we do get one. I'm going to attack with this. To enable the Spawn of Mayhem, which will enable me to trade into the Questing Beast if he has some sort of removal for it, which, you know, mono green is less likely to have. And that'll be that. Oh. That's nutty. I mean, we're very low on mana. We gotta do this. As we do draw into some lands now, which can enable us to play. I would really like to bring back Enforcer. I'm gonna attack with this. I'm gonna sack these two. He's really debating here. Here we playing Spawn of Mayhem. And I believe we are going to be using the adventure here to return the Orzhov Enforcer. Because the Orzhov Enforcer gives us a blocker against this. I don't want to have to block Jarvo this turn, but we may be forced to. We are 100% forced to. Damn, dude. Now we're getting flooded. I mean, if I tap this, he sacrifices this. I lose these two. I do gain a blocker bird for that, but and I get to play the Gutter Bones. Does that advance my game in any way? I'm gonna keep it like this. I need the Death Touch from the Enforcer. I don't want to trade into the Ronus because he's just gonna draw into another one. Alright, another Questing Beast, pumping that up. Only attacking with that, which is interesting. We can't really block or anything, so we'll have to take the hit. And we'll have to call that a turn. Okay, nice, 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 nice. Nice, very nice. That's exactly the kind of draw that we need. I can attack with the Order of the Midnight, which also enables us to, we have a total of 6 mana, which means we still, if we were to sacrifice it though, no, we're better off like this. He's going to draw into God Eternal Ronus. He's going to give him a lot of power here and here, but as long as we keep the Orzhov Enforcer as a blocker, we're fine. Having this flyer is actually really useful. But I'd rather set up the Cavalier of the Night, which can bring back the flyer anyways. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to attack with you. Get 2 damage in there. Then we're going to play Cavalier of Night. Gonna sacrifice you. I'm going to kill you. Though, to be fair, I could have just, I could have killed something else like Jarvo, but the idea is to use Enforcer on Jarvo. The thing about Jarvo is he lacks trample, so he can't really get to us. If he wants to give this haste, I will gladly trade my Cavalier into it. Yeah, okay, we got him, we got the brakes on him. Orzhov Enforcer is a fantastic draw. I'm going to play you here. I'm going to drop the Orzhov Enforcer. And then I'm going to use this castle to draw into a card. Alright. I'm gonna play defensive for now. I see, this is why I needed the Enforcer though, but now I would love a flyer. But he has reach though, never mind. He has reach with this. He can give this trample. He can play Ronus and give this trample. He's going for it. Alright. But we got the blockers, we got the lifelink. I mean, there's no reason not to return it, yeah. Thank God this thing doesn't have trample, Jesus Christ. Dude, Orzhov Enforcer, fucking MVP, holy shit. I will gladly trade into that. Yep. We're gonna take the hit, but we're gonna mitigate, like, we're gonna take 1 damage here. Had him on lockdown, baby. I thought he had us there for a second. I thought he had us, but Orzhov, Enforcer, and Priest just bringing it back to us. That was tight because we were also like, he was curving out much faster than we were because, you know, lands. But that was pretty neat. I think I'm going to call it a day there. We're at 30 minutes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some mono black action. We actually, we had some good games today. A little bit disappointing, the match against blue, but I think I played that decently, honestly. It's just that those damn, that rude-ass fairy just got the better of us. But I do think this deck is definitely capable of beating something like that. Regardless, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for daily MTG videos. Leave a like and subscribe. It is free. God fucking damn it. So do it. Or not. I'll see you guys tomorrow.